coaching.
Okay.
You want to improve your sales skills or join the high ticket closing space?
Yeah.
Any of that?
Okay.
Okay. So, hey, Richard.
Hey there, Ivan. How you doing?
Great. Where are you based?
Yeah, I'm in the UK, Manchester.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'm in Germany, and if my voice a little bit raspy and craggy, it's because I'm a bit sick. But
Oh, right.
yeah, hope that doesn't bother you.
Yeah, of course, man. No problem at all.
So it looks like you booked in today on possibly improving your sales skills, bring your commissions to the next level.
Yeah.
Are you still looking to do that, or did you figure out everything already?
Yeah, of course. That's why I booked the call.
Awesome. Then yeah, just so that we're on the same page, do you
Hmm.
know what type of help are you looking for specifically?
Um, well, I've not really had anybody like look over my call reviews, so I don't know exactly where I'm going wrong. I mean, I struggle with the objections, and I think everybody struggles with objections. Um, but yeah, maybe I'm not doing a good enough job on discovery. I don't know, but I'm getting a lot of objections, and I kind of dread
Mm,
dropping the price and then dealing with that first objection. It kind of gets me
mm.
nervous, and then maybe the prospects is picking up on that.
Okay, I hear you. Any specific objections that you are, getting, or just
Yeah.
a little bit of everything?
Uh, the partner one I really struggle with, and then I think it's fair, but I never kind of get that deep. Maybe I've just not established like a strong enough connection with the prospect. Um,
Okay.
yeah, partner one, I kind of just say, okay, let's book in another call. I don't know what to do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see. Yeah. Okay. And in terms of the process, the way how
Mm.
you go ahead and conduct these calls, is there something that you're using, a framework or something, or how do you typically conduct these calls?
Yeah, so it's like intro, and then discovery, um, and then there's a bit of, say, like future pacing, bit of consequences, cost of
Hmm.
inaction, uh,
Okay.
transition to pitch, and then just some basic uh, objections. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been doing that for?
So I come from a non-sales background, but I transitioned into sales about 6 months ago.
Okay. And like that framework that you're using, like
Yeah.
mm, framing the call, then intro, discovery. How long have
Yeah.
you been using that for?
For the last 6 months, so I paid for a different program, and that was
Okay.
their way of doing things.
Okay. So I guess, did it work before and now you're running into these objections, or yeah, like since the beginning it has been a bit objection, like bound to objections.
Yeah, I mean it works. It enabled me to get a placement, an offer, and
Okay.
and I do get sales, I do earn commissions, but it's it's frustrating me that I can only really close at about 20% at the minute. And
Mm,
I know if I improved my skill set, I know I could get up to, closing 50 to 60% of the calls.
I hear you. Okay. So I guess like what specific impact does it have that your
Mm.
skills, right? Your skill set. What's the specific impact that it has on your ability to taking these deals across the line?
It's just frustrating. I feel as though I'm putting all this time into the calls, and it'll get, say, halfway through the call, and I just know that I'm not going to close them, and then I'm thinking I'm just wasting my time here, and I'm going to have to,
Wow.
they go into the pipeline, and then I'm just going to follow up and get nowhere with them. It just seems like a complete waste of time.
Wow. Oh, I hear you. Yeah. Okay. Then, well, a bit of an interesting question that I like to ask all sales reps.
Mhm.
Do you feel like these objections that you're getting, like the spouse, and yeah, do you feel like these are real objections, or could be like an excuse, just a mask for not going forward?
Yeah, I know a lot of them are just smoke screens, but the partner one, because
Mm,
it's something that I would do as well. It just seems so like logical and reasonable, and I struggle challenging them on that specific objection. Yeah, so I'd say
yeah,
it's a real objection.
yeah. Because, and you did mention that you are closing at a 20% rate.
Yeah.
So I guess how many objections, or yeah, how much trouble are we going through uh on a weekly basis? Like how many objections, how many calls are you taking, and how many are you not being able to close?
So I take about 20 calls a week, and I close
Hmm.
4 of them. So it's probably uh, I don't know, another 6 or 7 that I'm not able to close that I probably could if I had the skill set.
Okay, another six or seven.
Mm,
So you would be essentially being able to close 10, 11 calls per week at a like 60,
yeah,
50% rate.
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. And how much is because it's always gonna be a bit different. How
Mm.
much is a sale worth to you? Like how much do you get on commissions?
So I get $500 per sale.
$500 per sale. Okay. So yeah, if you could uh like increase more than double the
Mm,
close rate,
yeah,
um like 6 or 7 calls, would it be safe to say that you're leaving $3,500 on the table every single week by not being able to, yeah, handle these objections or go as deep in the discovery and close these deals?
yeah, very much. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't want to assume because, well, I run my
Mm,
sales calls, not
mm,
yours, but
yeah,
you not having that skill set and letting all these deals sleep, leaving
yeah.
3,500 every single week.
Mm.
How does that feel?
Well, yeah, it stings. I just feel like I'm turning up for my day and leaving money on the table every day, and
Yeah.
it's just stacking up every day.
Wow. Yeah. And I mean, man, you have had the position for 6 months.
Mm.
Um, well, but not necessarily you knew about this. So how long have you had that idea in your head that you could be closing at a better rate? And yeah, how long
Mm.
has this been bumming you?
Probably like a month or two into starting my role, so for the last 4 months.
Hmm, I hear you. Then I guess what made you, or why is it that you're looking for to get actual help to
Mm.
solve this?
Because I can't figure it out myself.
Okay. And well, I guess because you know that it's your skill set, something that you can definitely control.
Mm.
Well, have you tried anything before, or what are you currently doing about this so that you can increase that percentage closing rate and yeah, close more deals?
Um, in terms of other coaching programs, I've not done anything. I've watched a few other guys on YouTube. Um, And I know that there's different frameworks to follow for objections, but I just haven't found one that I think could work for me. But watching, watching your stuff on YouTube, I really like the way that you handle things. So yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Mm.
But essentially, why not? Why keep going through the free stuff and like
Mm.
just not doing much about this if you know that we've been bummed about this and leaving money on the table for like
Mm.
3-4 months already.
Um, I don't know. Maybe it's the time. I don't know. I've just had quite a bit on recently. Got kids, and yeah, we've had a lot going on personally. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Good question. I'm not sure really.
hmm Yeah, and the timing, sure, it's always gonna make things complicated,
Mm.
but um, well, do you feel like there are people that have had the same struggle, like all the sales reps, maybe
Mm.
even within your offer, that also have
Mm.
kids, or also have other commitments, and they still have managed to get out of a rut?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I
You're
guess
making
like
me feel
if you thought
guilty
about it,
now.
yep.
Yeah, yeah, you're making me feel guilty now.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, I appreciate you being honest,
Mm.
and I'm not trying to make you feel anything, but just to see how the reality of things are. And I
Yeah.
guess that just once we are able to look at this, we're able
Mm.
to actually change. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So man, I guess the real tough question that we have to ask ourselves is, well, what has been internally really keeping us from properly doing this change?
Mm.
And yeah, be honest with me, because there's no judgment on my end. I've been
Mm.
on your shoes, and I know how it feels. Maybe a little bit scary, but
Mm.
yeah, I don't want to assume. Tell me, dude, what really has been preventing you from investing in yourself and taking that step into a better,
Mm.
yeah, being a better sales rep altogether?
Um, well, I don't. Being totally honest with you, I don't know. I mean, it's not been a huge amount of time. It's been like 3, 4 months. I'm still quite new into sales. I've only been doing it 6 months. So
hmm
I have made like a big change in my life. I've transitioned from a non-sales related career, and I'm
hmm
earning more money now than I ever have. But it's just painful that I know that I can be earning even more while working the same hours as well. It's not.
hmm
I mean, at the minute with where I'm at, if I wanted to make more commissions, then I would just have to take more calls, but I'll be closing at a 20% rate, so it's like another. I'd have to take another 10 calls. The time,
Yeah,
I'm quite tight on time with my family and stuff. I don't really want to take another 10 calls. So
yeah.
I don't think it's a problem with like commitment or procrastination or
hmm
anything like that. Like I said, I've only been doing it a few months really, so there's
Yeah.
nothing kind of holding me back or anything like that.
Okay, okay, I hear you. And I understand that, yeah, of course, timing is a bit of a difficult thing.
Mm.
Um, so that would be a reason why not to get more calls, but actually increase the close rate.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and I know that you say that it's not a huge amount of time. Yeah, it's
Mm.
for months is what it is, 4 months. But it
Yeah.
is enough of a time for you to realize that it has been bumming you, as you
Yeah.
said, and yeah, to do anything about it. Um,
Mm.
so I guess could it be maybe a bit of not having prioritized it or being like a bit let's say the word could be like being satisfied or like content with where you were at, like in a comfort zone,
Yeah,
and not prioritizing, yeah, your skill set enough or change enough, so you tap
yeah,
into these huge commissions.
yeah. I mean, I guess I could have acted quicker after month 2, maybe realizing that I had a problem here. I could have done something about it a bit quicker, and yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe subconsciously, I've just been in a bit of a comfort zone, and like I said, I am earning
Hmm.
more money than I've ever earned. So yeah, maybe
Hmm.
maybe you've got a point with that. Maybe I've just been a bit too comfortable.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Well, it'd be a good idea to explore this. Like, what do you feel happened in your life that made you realize this, and you will finally made it a priority, and made you realize that you have to be committed in terms of your skill and investing in yourself, if anything.
Um, well, I just I don't enjoy I don't enjoy taking the calls as much as I'd like to, and
Okay.
if this, if it carries on, if this is it, and this is going to be like this forever, and I'm leaving money on the table, and I'm only closing at 20%, then I might consider like another career.
Okay. I hear you. Then, will you be? Are you okay feeling like that? Like giving up and yeah, just wanting to switch to a different career, start from zero again?
No, no, not at all. That's why I've booked in with you today.
Yeah. No, good. And then I guess, well, what would have to change if we want to actually increase that close rate to a 50-60%, and
Mm.
yeah, bring that to the next
Well,
level.
I need to get better. I need to improve my skills.
Yeah. Cause okay, I guess that if we managed to fix everything in terms of
Mm.
your process, what you're saying, allow you to objection handle better, how would
Mm.
success look like? What would be that monthly figure that I would like to consistently hit so that you consider, yeah, this has been a success?
So I'm earning about 7 to 8 grand a month at the minute. Um, if I
Hmm.
could get up to if I could get up to 20 grand, then yeah, that'd
Hmm.
be truly life changing money.
Yeah, so from 7 till 20 grand.
Mm.
Yeah. And well, in order to get there, well, what do you feel is the likelihood of that happening if you keep doing the things that you're doing
Mm.
on these calls, going over it, and yeah, just letting those deals slip?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, yeah. What's the likelihood of you getting to those 20K
Mm.
in commissions every single month by doing the things that you're doing?
Not very likely. I'd just have to take more calls, but I don't want to do that because I've got kids, and it would interfere with my time with them, which I'm not prepared to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess, well, the real tough question, um,
Mm.
that I feel is important to formulate is, what would happen if another 4, 6 months, maybe even a year goes by, and we keep doing the exact same things and living, well, paying live
Mm.
3,500 every single week for, yeah, not knowing how to handle objections?
Well, I think sooner or later I'm gonna get fed up of taking the calls, because it affects me, um, mentally, um,
Hmm.
taking taking the no's every day and just not knowing how to overcome them. And like you said, I don't know if I want to do this long term if things continue as they are.
Yeah. And of course, I understand you're not okay feeling that way,
Mm,
but why not? I mean, a lot of people, yeah, they have a shitty close rate, and they might not be enjoying what they do anymore. But that's a lot of people. Why you want to be
mm.
different? Why do you want to hit those? Why is it important for you to hit those next level conditions?
Well, I've already improved our financial situation, and we're doing okay. But there's more that I want to do. There's more that I want to achieve. And if I could earn that sort of money every month, then it would just take us to that next level.
Okay. And what do you mean by next level? Because everybody's a bit different, right?
Yeah.
How's that next level look like for you?
Well, I could invest more, save more, you know, treat the kids more. We could go on nicer holidays. My
Mm,
parents have just retired, so it would be nice to look after them as well. Don't feel as though I'm able to do any of that at the minute.
wow. Okay. Any specific, like I always appreciate when people think about their family and
Mm,
the people around them because it means that they are quite generous and they care about people more than themselves. But I guess
mm,
everybody's a bit different. So how would it look like when you say like treat the kids a bit more, being able to help your parents?
mm.
How that actually look like?
Well, I could, for my kids, I can put more into their saving accounts for when they're 18. That's
Okay.
that's always been a big goal of mine. And then, yeah, with my parents, it'd just be nice to maybe send them on holiday, uh, just
Wow.
like a random, one-off surprise event. That'd be amazing, and for me to not have to worry about the cost of it and the expense. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, that'd be amazing.
That's huge, man. Yeah. So it's definitely for you more than just the money, just the 20K.
Yeah.
I guess that when you're in that position, right, you have this mm, like bank account for your kids that when you see it makes you feel, yeah, like makes you feel like you achieved it.
Mm.
And your parents, like you just book them the trip to, I don't know, let's say it's Hawaii, or let's say
Yeah.
it's anywhere that is has been really
Mm.
a dream destination. When you imagine about those things and being in that position, what's the first feeling that comes out?
Um, yeah, just pride, really. I'd be proud of the journey that I've been on, and proud of myself for being able to provide for them.
Yeah, that's huge.
Mm.
Well, if that's the case, and that's what it means to you, are you seriously committed for letting go of, yeah, maybe the on prioritization of
Mm.
not making change, and you committed to actually being the person who makes 20K per month, invests
Mm.
on their skill set, and does
Mm.
whatever is required to achieve this lifestyle that you want to achieve?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm committed to making it work. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, if that's the case, would be cool if I run over how we have helped tons of other sales reps double or even triple their commissions, and how, yeah, how we can help you. Does that help?
Yeah, yeah. Please do.
Yeah.